I recently started noticing a bit of a grinding noise coming from the front of my Sequoia. Yesterday I took the belt off and spun each of the pulleys. Found out that the idler pulley, which is this one, spins freely, but it does make a little bit of noise. And then the tensioner pulley, this one, was making a ton of noise. So today we are going to replace the tensioner pulley and the idler pulley, and I will walk you through that. This will be the same process on pretty much every 2UZ. Everything from the Tundras to Sequoias to Lexus GX 470s, some of the 4Runners, Land Cruiser, LX 470. Anything that has this engine should be pretty much the exact same process. It took quite a bit of searching to find the correct part numbers for these, so I'm going to link both of these in the description, make it easier for you. Most of the time when you look for the tensioner, it's the whole tensioner assembly. I didn't want to do that because my tensioner seems fine, and it's a lot more work to do the tensioner rather than just the pulley and the bearing. As for the tools you're going to need, you really only need a 14 millimeter. That will take the belt off and remove both of the pulleys. But to make it a little easier for me and to make it easier to show you guys what I'm looking at, you also will need a 10 millimeter and a Phillips head. Starting off with the 10 millimeters you'll need to take off, there are two on the beauty cover and one that holds this air conditioning line to the intake. Now that the 10 millimeter for this AC line and the beauty cover are removed, we can get started on the hose clamps that hold on the intake. Before we can take off this intake pipe, we're going to have to remove 3 hoses from the back of it, as well as one fitting for the MAF sensor. This one for the MAF sensor should pry right off. Now for the 3 hoses, one here, this one. Careful with this one, these are usually pretty dry rotted. You don't want that to crack anymore. And then there's the one small one underneath here. Now that those are unhooked, we can take the intake pipe off. It's going to be there. And then you'll just want to slide it off like that. That'll give us a lot more room up top to look at everything. Taking a look down at both the pulleys we'll be replacing. You can see this is your idler pulley. Down there is your tensioner pulley. Now we'll take off the belt, which is going to be the 14 millimeter, turning it counterclockwise. Once we do that, it'll let us pull the belt off of the idler pulley. Then we can just let the wrench down and pull it back out. Now that the belt's off, I'm going to put the microphone down there and spin the pulley so you can hear what a bad pulley sounds like. Now for the idler pulley, much quieter, but it is still making a little bit of noise. When you're removing the pulleys, keep in mind that the idler pulley is normal thread, so righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Now we'll remove the idler pulley, which is reverse thread, so it is turning it right to loosen it instead of the normal turning it left to loosen it. And here's that one. So I have good news and not so good news. The idler pulley looks okay, but the tensioner pulley is not. So it looks like the tensioner pulley from the older Sequoias, the pre-updated engines, have this bigger pulley, but the post-facelift ones have this smaller pulley. This one can tighten all the way down to where the pulley doesn't hit this dust shield, but this one cannot tighten down all the way without the dust shield hitting the pulley, so I need to get one from AutoZone, which I really don't want to do, but I want to get the car together today. So I'll put in the description the idler pulley for the pre-facelifted ones and the pulley for the updated engines, which is not this one. This is for the older ones. Now I have a pulley that matches the OEM one. Unfortunately, it's a Duralast. I don't really want to put a Duralast on the car, but I want to get the car back together today. And hopefully before this fails, I just do the whole tensioner when I'm in there at some point. Idler pulley is already installed. Now we will install the tensioner pulley. And don't forget, this one is reverse thread, so you're going to tighten it by turning it left. To tighten it, I kind of just held the pulley and tightened until it felt okay. Now the belt's all routed up over the idler pulley, down to the AC compressor, back up to the fan bracket, down and around the harmonic balancer, up over the tensioner, back down to the alternator over the power steering pump, and then back to the idler pulley. And last is just to reassemble up top and then start it, make sure everything sounds good and looks like it's routed correctly. Everything up top is tight except for the beauty cover. I'll put that on after. And both of the pulleys are tight. Now everything up front is nice and quiet. No more of that squeaking and grinding noise. Hope that video helped. I will make sure to put the idler pulley and the two different tensioner pulleys in the description. I'll label them as facelift and pre-facelift. I'm not sure why mine was different. I believe it is because it is the updated engine with the variable valve timing. Easy way to tell is the plastic intake manifold. If it's metal, you don't have VVTi. Mine is a 2006 Sequoia, and that is the one that had the tensioner pulley that was smaller than the one that I found online, which matched a 2004 Tundra, I believe. So definitely make sure to look, see what type it looks like. If it's this style pulley or this style pulley, they're both tensioner pulleys. This is the one that did not fit mine. I believe it's for the pre-facelift. And then this one, which is for the post-facelift, which is the one I had to get from AutoZone. But I'll put the number for the Dayco one on Amazon because it definitely is a better quality pulley than the Duralast that I put in. Hopefully it lasts a while. I think it should be fine. Thanks for watching and staying till the end. Subscribing helps out the channel a ton, and you'll get to stay tuned for new Sequoia and just general automotive content. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.